Dean Connor, Chief Executive of Sun Life Financial, thank you very much for joining us today.
Pleasure.
Over the last couple of days we've had a number of conversations about regulation. What are the key points that have come out of those conversations for you?
Well, I think the conversation that we had today around the role of regulators and what makes for good regulation was a really rich and vibrant discussion with, regulators and industry participants in the debate. And one of the things that stood out for me was the role of trust. And not only do financial institutions have to do all the right things to build trust, to do the right thing for customers, but the regulator has a role to play in their actions to help build trust, public trust in financial institutions, to do no harm as they change rules, as they assess penalties and name companies. They have to remember that these things have an impact on the public's trust in financial institutions. So I thought that was a very interesting part of the debate.
Some other of our discussions were about the role of insurance in communities, in societies and in economies. What were the key points that came out about that for you as well?
Well, it's clear that insurance companies, particularly those of us who have long-dated investment profiles, have a significant, you could say, obligation and opportunity to invest in infrastructure in particular. And, it was an interesting discussion with the World Bank represented, but also active investors in long-term infrastructure investing. And I found that quite interesting. Sun Life is an active investment manager in infrastructure, and hearing different perspectives on the risks involved in doing that, but also the opportunities, I thought was a great example of the kind of sharing of intellectual capital and insight that you get through the Geneva Association.